Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the English Unlocked podcast, the place where we learn English slowly, clearly, and with joy. Let me ask you a question. Do you ever feel stuck because you're translating in your head before speaking in English? If you said yes, trust me, I know that pain. Today, I want to share something very personal with you. The secret that changed the way I speak English forever. It's the secret of how to stop translating in your head and finally start thinking in English. And I promise you, if you stay with me until the end, you will leave this episode with 7 powerful steps that can transform the way you speak and feel about English. So, grab your tea, coffee, or just sit back and listen, because this is a story I've been waiting to tell you. My story from translation prison to English freedom. A quick question. Have you ever studied hard, memorized words, even learned grammar, but when you tried to speak, you froze? That was me. I translated every sentence in my head before I spoke. And every time I opened my mouth, nothing came out. I felt nervous, I felt slow, I wanted fluency so badly, but translating was holding me prisoner. And then, one day, something changed. You know what? I met a teacher who told me something very important. He said, "Stop translating. Start living in English." At first, I didn't understand. How can I not translate? My brain was stuck in my native language. But over time, with practice, with small steps, I learned how to actually think in English. And that is what I want to share with you today. Step 1. Accept the slow beginning. Here's the first step, and it's a hard one. Let me ask you, do you ever feel frustrated when you speak slowly? Of course you do. We all do. But when you start thinking in English, you will feel slow. Your brain will want to run back to translation because it feels safe. I remember walking home from class, describing everything I saw in English. Tree, big tree. Car, red car. Dog, small dog. I felt silly, like a child. But my teacher told me, if you don't accept the baby steps, you will never run. So, my friend, accept the baby steps. Smile at them. They are not weakness, they are progress. Are you ready to sound simple for a while? Because that's how you'll grow. Step 2. Name your world. Here's a challenge for you. Look around right now. Can you name 5 things in English without translating? Go on, try. This was a trick that changed everything for me. I started naming the world around me. When I woke up, I looked at my room. Bed, pillow, blanket, window, light. When I cooked, pan, egg, salt, spoon. When I walked, street, people, bus, cloud. It felt like turning my life into a little English dictionary. And slowly, my brain stopped asking, how do I say this in my language? It just gave me the English word directly. So I ask you, can you do this today? Look around, name your world, and make English part of your daily space.
Step 3. Speak with your shadow. Now this one might sound funny. Have you ever heard of shadowing? It means listening to someone speak English and repeating immediately like their shadow. At first I thought, why copy like a parrot? But then I tried it. I listened to short podcasts, I repeated the rhythm, the melody, the voice, and here's the magic. For the first time, my brain had no time to translate. I had to keep up. I had to think fast. Shadowing trained my brain to react in English, not in my language. So let me ask you, can you give yourself 5 minutes today to shadow? Pick any short clip and just copy it. No excuses. Try it and see what happens. Step 4. Replace translation with feeling. Tell me honestly, do you sometimes panic if you don't understand every single word? I used to. But my teacher gave me gold. Don't translate words. Feel them. When I heard happy, I didn't translate. I imagined my smile, the sun, laughter with friends. When I heard tired, I thought of heavy eyes after a long day. When I heard freedom, I felt my first trip alone. And suddenly, English wasn't a puzzle anymore. It was alive. So here's your question. Instead of translating the next word you hear, can you picture it? Can you feel it? That's how you make English yours. Step 5. Live in English every day. Let me ask, how much of your daily life is in English right now? Be honest. For me, the breakthrough came when I stopped thinking of English as homework. I changed my phone to English. I watched movies with English subtitles. I followed English YouTubers. Little by little, English wasn't something I studied, it was something I lived. And that's what I want for you. Not 1 hour of study, but small English moments every single day. So here's a challenge. What's one thing you can switch to English today? Your phone? A song? A YouTube video? Choose one. Make it yours. Step 6. Talk to yourself. Okay, let's get real. Have you ever spoken to yourself in English? It sounds crazy, right? But it works. I used to walk and whisper, I'm going to the shop. I see a man with a dog. The weather is hot today. People probably thought I was strange, but it worked. By talking to myself, I created my own classroom. No fear, no judgment. So let me ask you, could you try this today? Just 2 sentences to yourself in English? Trust me, it feels silly at first, but then it feels powerful. Now the last step, and it's the most powerful. Do you think of yourself as a learner or an English speaker? That difference changes everything. I stopped seeing English as just a subject. I started seeing it as part of me. I created an English version of myself, confident, curious, brave. In my native language, I was shy, but in English, I felt free. I told myself, I am an English speaker. Not tomorrow, not later, today. And when I believed it, my brain started to think like one. So ask yourself, who are you in English? Quiet or bold? Create that identity and step into it. My friend, I know what it feels like to be trapped in translation. I know the frustration of knowing the words but not saying them. But I also know this: you can break free. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need 1,000 words. You just need courage to think in English step by step. So let's recap. Here are the 7 steps again. 1. Accept the slow beginning. 2. Name your world. 3. Speak with your shadow. 4. Replace translation with feeling. 5. Live in English every day. 6. Talk to yourself. 7. Create an English identity. Are you ready to try one of these steps today? Just one, because that one small action could be the start of your fluency story. If you follow them daily, I promise you, this can be the year you finally stop translating and start thinking in English. And when that happens, speaking will no longer be scary. It will be natural. It will be you. Thank you for joining me today on the English Unlocked podcast. If this story helped you, share it with a friend who also wants to think in English. And remember to subscribe, because every week we unlock more tips, practice, and motivation for your English journey. You are not just learning English, you are becoming an English thinker. So, let me ask you one last question. Will you take the first step today? See you in the next episode.